Hi, and welcome to Aiken Adventures.
Today we're taking you to Pensacola, Florida. And our first stop in Pensacola is the downtown area of Pensacola. Pensacola is a very historical town. It is considered to be the first settlement in the United States, and it's called the City of Five Flags. It's because there are 5 different flags that have flown over the city for various occupations. Was first Spain,
And then France,
and then Britain,
and then the Confederate.
and now the United States of America, the US flag. One of the awesome historical sections of Pensacola's beautiful downtown area is called the Seville Quarter. And the Seville Quarter has a lot of the French influence that you expect to see in other parts of the bayou, like Mobile, Alabama, and New Orleans. But it's just one section of town here, and it's pretty cool. There's some shops, stores, restaurants. There's even like an old town, Pensacola, which really focuses on some of the colonial history of Pensacola. And I don't think we'll have time to do that on this particular trip, but it would be totally worth checking out if you're really into history and you want to learn about the colonial time frame for this city. Now, the main district of the downtown area in Pensacola is Palafox Street, and it has the vast majority of the shops and stores, the restaurants. When walking around downtown Pensacola, you definitely get the historic vibes because of the historic architecture and the brick pavers that line the streets and so on. But it definitely has an up-and-coming trendy vibe as well. And there are a number of newly constructed buildings that also retain that historic architectural style. As with many of these southern historic cities, there are also a number of historic squares that dot the downtown area.
So as you continue along the waterfront, you come up on this big, beautiful park, and it's a really nice area where you can walk around, and there's some fountains. So we're gonna go check it out. So we were just talking about how beautiful of an afternoon it is.
Oh, it's so gorgeous.
Probably what, 68 degrees?
Yes.
Maybe 70?
The weather's nice, the sky's
so
clear.
Beautiful. I love it.
This is an excellent place to come for an sunset
walk.
sunset stroll. Right across the street, there's this pier that kind of goes out into the water a little ways and a monument at the end. So we're gonna take in some of the beautiful views. So the next stop on our list was going to be the Pensacola NAS Museum, which, if you don't know, Pensacola is a naval town, and there is a naval aviation museum, which is on the Navy base, where usually the public can go, but because of COVID,
it's closed.
Yeah,
and we didn't know that until we pulled up and we had to turn around, but we were disappointed because it's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, inside they have like different kinds of aircraft from different eras. There's a big IMAX theater that's really cool. So when you come, if it happens to be open, you should definitely check that out. So the next thing is that we absolutely love the Gulf Coast beaches and the Panhandle beaches. The sand is so beautiful and so white. But Pensacola Beach is really hard to get to right now because during Hurricane Sally, the bridge got knocked out. I think there was something about a barge that was loose, knocked out a big portion of the bridge. And it's currently under construction. Nobody knows when it's going to be done. And it would have been more than an hour for us to drive over from Pensacola to Milton, across the toll bridge, through Gulf Breeze, and then over to Pensacola Beach and Fort Pickens. So we skipped that for this trip because of the length of time that it would have taken to do that. Instead, we went over to the lesser known Perdido Key side of Pensacola and we checked out those beaches. Another unfortunate thing to add to our series of events today, though, is that when we got to the Perdido Key beach, it actually is kind of cold for us.
It's very windy.
And windy.
Extremely windy.
And the surf is up a lot today. But we just made the best of it. We just went fully clothed and laid down on the beach and rested for a little bit. And Vivian had a wonderful time playing with all her sand toys and
her shovel.
Yeah, and her different little like cookie cutter Play-Doh things that she does to make shapes in the sand.
Yeah, she still had a good time.
Yeah, so that's what really matters. Another thing that we do when we come to the Pensacola area is that we always stop by the Cordova Mall. A lot of malls are failing and so many of their stores are shutting down. This one actually seems to be doing okay right now. So we always like to come back and check it out.
Which is really cool, but the food court's really good. They still have the Chick-fil-A and all of that. We love this mall because it has all the really good stores that you want to try to find when you go to a mall. This one actually even has a Ross inside of it, which is really cool. So one of my favorite places in the entire world is Ross, and this mall is pretty cool because it's got one inside the mall. But if you don't have a Ross, then it's just a really great place where you can find some good discount stuff. You can find baby clothes and home items and clothes. But I just think it's so convenient that they have one inside the mall.
Anybody else ever notice that Dillard's smells a little bit like an old lady's house?
Oh, Dillard's. This one especially smells weird.
Yeah.
Always.
It's like
don't know why.
a combination of like way too many fragrances and the smell of mildew.
On top of each other.
Yeah.
It's not good.
So meanwhile, if you sign up for these, just so you know, everybody wins. And you have to go for a timeshare presentation.
It's not a prize.
Almost guarantee you.
And it's not free.
I have never done it with this company, but I almost guarantee you.
Never sign up for these things.
Yes.
It's not worth it.
And one of the other things that they do to trick people sometimes is that like one of those boxes is going to be right next to like a car or a motorcycle or something. And then you're registering to go to a timeshare presentation.
It has nothing to do with the
Has
car.
nothing to do with the car. So watch
Shady.
out. Watch out. If you've enjoyed this video, then we invite you to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification icon as you follow us for all of our adventures around Florida.